Hey guys, it's me, Fusion What Ifs, and yeah, this is gonna be part 4 of What If Deku with Yamamoto's reincarnation. I'm kind of sorry I didn't do it because I said I was gonna upload a video, 6 days ago. But yeah, hurt my knee, hurt a lot actually, so I had to go get it checked. Been kind of a pain in the butt, so yeah. Also, I've been working, and yeah, I got another award. Yay, and all of that. So yeah, I hope you guys enjoy this part. Um, I've run the script for the Yamamoto, or Deku's Yamamoto's reincarnation, up until the final exams. So yeah, this is gonna be like an actual long-running series. Also, I decided, right? Every week I'm gonna post a community tab, right? And it's gonna be of what you guys or what I'm gonna be doing that week, right? It's gonna be a poll. It's gonna last what 6-10 hours. Then after that, it decides what if I'm gonna be posting that week. So let's say it's what if also was Gojo's reincarnation. Then I would do that what if the whole week. It's probably gonna come out like one what if every 2 days. So like around 4 videos or 3 videos. So yeah, that's pretty much it. Just gonna explain that. Because my schedule is kind of messed up and all of that. But yeah, I hope you guys enjoy this video. Watch until the end. Please like and subscribe. And without further ado, play my intro. Now that's done, let's get straight into it, okay? So we start off directly after the USJ, he's gone to bed and all of that. Izuku wakes up and he heads to class like usual. When he heads to class, everyone's talking and all of that. And yeah, he just decides to chat a bit with Todoroki, Uraraka, Ida too. And this is when Kirishima says, Is Aizawa gonna come today? Because remember, Aizawa still got like some of his shit beat. So, I just swore it again. Dang it. Trying to fix that. But yeah, he got his stuff folded. And as such, he should not be coming here. And, everyone's talking about thinking what substitute you're going to get. But this is when Aizawa comes in, right? He's bandaged and all, but he still comes in. And everyone's surprised and they're like, Mr. Aizawa? And Aizawa says that, yep, it was mostly just like flesh wounds and all of that, and he should be completely fine. Then he says that they're not done yet. And, they're confused. Like, what do you mean we're not done yet? I think it's more villains, right? But this is when Aizawa was like, we have something called the USJ. The sports festival. This is something we're going to be doing, we do every year. This is to show that even though we just went through a villain attack, UA is still strong. Everyone agrees with this pretty much. And Aizawa explains that they got 2 days off. They work, keep on talking, and class eventually ends. While trying to head out the door, they see multiple classes in front of their door. This is because, remember, they've just gone through the USJ, which was a villain attack, this early in the year. And everyone is surprised. This is when, most of them are confused. But Baku holds up and he says, just trying to check out the competition. Not like any of these damn extras are even going to make it in the top 10. This is when Shinso comes out and he's like, yeah, I thought class winners was supposed to be, something great, but you're just a bunch of arrogant bastards. Tetsu comes up and he's like, yeah, they start like fucking rioting. Damn, nice word again. But yeah, they start rioting and all, right? And as such, this is when Izuku is getting very, very, not pissed, but like, he's just done, okay? Like, he's had a long day, and he doesn't like school. Like, wants to be more of a hero than a scholar. But yeah, having smarts is fine. This is when he just feels the spiritual pressure. Not all of it, because I told you before, enough of it is going to kill everyone there. Just enough of it that everyone feels this sort of pressure, and they feel like their weight is almost doubled. And they look towards the source of this, and they see Izuku. Izuku just looks at them, right, giving them like a silent, deadly glare. And everyone takes this as a hint to like back off. So, with a bunch of effort, they back off. This is when Izuku just kind of like waves his hand towards the door while walking out. Waves his door while walking out. Then Uraka, Ida, and Todoroki follow, okay? They all take the train this one, yeah. So they talk on the way home. And what can I say except Sue goes home, and he pretty much spends the 2 weeks, not really training, because he doesn't really need to train, but yeah, it was more like a meditation to get to know Ishika's spirit better. And yeah, 2 weeks pass, and we're finally at there. They go back to UA, and while going back to UA, they get on a bus, go to the stadium, change, and they come out. They come out when President Might announces, "Welcome, Class 1A," and everyone goes wild, okay? Remember, Class 1A, top class. So everyone goes wild, and they walk out. Then they call the other classes. People aren't as excited, but they still cheer. And this is when Midnight comes up in, her costume, which is, can't believe they actually did that. But yeah, comes up in her costume, and then she says, "Let's give it up for the UA class representative, Izuku Midoriya." Yes, Izuku's the class representative. Because I'm pretty sure that's like, highest points? Yeah, it should be highest points. And as he does that, he goes up, and he gives his speech, right? More or less, his speech is this: it doesn't matter what circumstances you were born with in life, okay? Everyone has a gift, workless or not. How your life goes depends on how you use that gift. So please, everyone here, remember these words. Go beyond, plus ultra. And the crowd is kind of silent, but they all start clapping and like cheering, because that was like a great speech. I think it was a great speech. If you don't think it, I don't care, honestly. So yeah, after that they keep on going, and what can I say except Midnight decides to spin the wheel. It lands on the obstacle course race, whatever, right? And this is when everyone starts getting lined up, and Midnight does the countdown. As soon as the countdown is over, Izuku runs, okay? And he's running pretty fast. And as canon, Todoroki freezes everyone on their feet. Mostly, people get out, mostly Class 1A, but yeah, most of them are mostly stuck. And this is when Todoroki starts ice trailing like before. But this time it's different, right? He uses his fire to give him a boost at the back. So more or less, he's using his, what was it? He was born on his right side, right? Yeah, so using his left side to make the ice path while using the fire side to boost himself, right? And for like a second, he passes Midoriya, Izuku. And Izuku's like, "You're doing well, Todoroki." But he just has to speed up. And he's ultimately keeping pace with Todoroki. And Todoroki's going faster than he did in canon, because now he's using firepower. And they're like quite a bit ahead of Bakugo. And Bakugo is completely pissed. In his head, he's like, these damn extras. They actually think that they could beat me, the great Bakugo Katsuki. And yeah, more or less, the robots come, and Todoroki, instead of just using ice, he uses ice and fire, destroying both of them. One scorched, one frozen. The frozen one still falls over onto Tetsu and Kirishima. Tetsu's very pissed now. Kirishima's like, could be worse. But yeah, if anyone who didn't have our quirk was under there, they would have died. So yeah, that happens. They reach the how am I gonna spend this? They reach the, was it like the obstacle? That great pit that had the cross that had ropes on it. Can't remember the name of it, but yeah, they had to go through that. Todoroki just more or less stops using his fire until he reaches the very end, and then just lights his bridge on flames. He doesn't want anyone following him. And Izuku, just being the chat he is, right? Him being a Shinigami pretty much gave him some sort of like a perfect balance. Plus, even if he didn't have perfect balance, right? He could create miniature reishi structures under his feet, which would keep him what seems to be on the rope, but also it was on the reishi. Did I say it Reishi? I can't remember. But yeah, Rias, Reishi. I can't say it for the life of me. But yeah, he pretty much does that. And that character changes for all of you guys who don't believe that this dude has perfect balance. He has perfect balance. Pretty much they reach the bomb. And this time Todoroki, yeah, he just pretty much does the same thing he does as Canon. But Midoriya, unlike Canon, just sprint through it, like, faster this time. He runs faster than the bombs could actually catch him, and he gets to the finish line. First place, like in Canon. And Todoroki this time actually gets second instead of Bakugo, because I'm pretty sure Bakugo came second last time. So yeah, he comes second, and it takes Bakugo 10 seconds for him to finally come in third. And he's just completely pissed, okay? Calvary battle, it's the same team as the last time, because, Todoroki kind of wants to go against Izuku, but kind of doesn't at the same time. It's confusing for him, but yeah. Pretty much everything goes to canon, just that, Izuku, how am I gonna explain this? Izuku just pretty much releases the spiritual pressure, which stops everyone who tries to get in his path. He's doing this in a sort of way that doesn't affect his teammates, but everyone who's outside of a certain range of his teammates. You get? It's pretty much that what happens, and he still has his 1 million headband coming in first again. Then, yeah, I'm gonna switch something, okay. So more or less, I'm going to switch the placement of, who was it again? Gonna switch the placement of Hatsume and, Todoroki Ida. Wait, fuck. Who was I gonna put it in? One sec. I swore again, damn it. But, yeah. I'm pretty sure he was... I'll just say, pretty much, he switches around Hatsume and, Todoroki. Pretty much, that means that, Hatsume is gonna be fighting Sarah. Sarah's gonna win like canon. Izuku wins against Shinso. Same thing doesn't happen. He answers Shinso's question, but because he has strong mental capacity, the quirk does not affect him. And as such, he makes it through pretty much with relatively ease, right? He knocks Shinso out of the arena, but he also encourages Shinso, saying that, you see everyone up there? Some of them are cheering for you. That's because you did so well. Because in this one, Shinso actually tried to fight back, so now you're just kind of being shocked. This is when Shinso's confidence rises, and he thanks Midoriya, saying that it seems that not all Class 1A are pricks. Not everyone in Class 1A are pricks. Yeah, sorry if you guys can hear my parents. They're kind of talking loud, but it's cool. This is when he then has to fight against Sarah, and it's easy like last time. Sarah tries to catch him off guard with his tape, which is, I'm not gonna lie, it's pretty fast. But then Izuku just shunpos. Yes, for the first time he uses shunpo. It's not like he needed to use shunpo, okay? It's just like, I want to finish this very quickly, because his next fight is Todoroki. This is in the semifinals now. And he just throws Sarah out of the ring. He flashes, or shimpos, or flash steps behind Sarah, right? His back turned to Sarah's back. And then reaches his hand over, grabs Sarah's shoulder, and throws him over himself. This sends him out of the arena. And he lands back on his feet, surprisingly. Sarah lands back on his feet outside of the ring. So, Midnight has to call it as out. Wait, water break. Oh, yeah. The award I got was as most outstanding student. So I got, a mug. A full-blown mug that has my name. The most outstanding student as a title and all of that. And my grade. I swear, it's amazing. I love this mug. If someone breaks it, I'm going to be so sad. But yeah, anyways, let me get finally into the battle I'm probably going to explain the most. Izuku versus Todoroki. Oh, I am excited. Oh, I am so excited. Let's begin. They both walk onto stage, and everyone else is also excited, right? It's the two strongest competitors finally facing off, right? And they go at it officially, right? First off, a bit of hand-to-hand combat. Todoroki covering his right hand and fist and using his left hand to sort of freeze Izuku. Izuku is very much kind of dodging his blows while also counter-attacking, right? This is when Todoroki goes for a right hook, right, with his hand still on flames. But this right hook is a sort of, how am I explaining this? It's a decoy, or to draw his attention, a distraction. He then stomps his left foot, causing this massive ice glacier to come spiraling at him. Izuku dodges this. I'm not gonna say barely dodges this. He dodges it. He's not happening pretty slowly because he does have increased perception too, and he dodges this and he's like, "Pretty good, Todoroki. You've gotten better, and it seems you've actually decided to use your fire now, huh?" And Todoroki says, "Yeah, your words hit hard, but let's see if you're actually as strong as you say you are." And they start going at it again. This time, Todoroki using his ice and fire, and Izuku maybe bunch is like punching through his ice and dodging his fire because he doesn't want to show his fire immunity yet, because he wants Todoroki to have like a good impression on the heroes, because remember, he knows about the offers and all that. He's not gonna like embarrass Todoroki. Like, that's not something you would do to a friend. So more or less, he does that, and he's pretty much dodging his fire, and he gets in close, right? He goes for a right hook, and Todoroki blocks this. And Todoroki then decides, because he blocked it with his left hand, to freeze Midoriya's hand, right? Izuku is kind of surprised, so he jumps back and he just kind of shakes his hand. This shakes off all the ice immediately, okay? He didn't freeze Midoriya's hand to a cellular level because, one, it would be illegal in the fight. You would have just maimed him. And two, he doesn't have that sort of control or ice power. Actually, he doesn't have ice power. He just hasn't had that sort of control yet. But he's going to learn. He's going to call it flash freeze. So pretty much that's what he's going to learn later on. But they keep on going at it. Right hook, left hook. It's funny, Izuku finally has to bring out his sword, right? And Todoroki's like, "Sword fighting getting serious, huh?" And both his halves, ice and fire, start to just ignite, right? Like, this sort of like pretty much what happened back in canon during like their Midoriya and his Todoroki's final clash, right? His hair is standing up, fire blazing on his right side, while on his left side, you can see the cold air and ice start forming. He sends this massive ice pillar, right? And Izuku just pretty much he brought his sword up, right? He's holding his sword up. And he's like ready to he's in a stance to do a sword slash, okay? And his sword is still up. And this is when they send a giant ice pillar, right? Izuku more or less just sends a kick and this breaks the massive iceberg. Yeah, iceberg. And at this point, Symmetra is like, "Oh, we need to put up walls now." And he puts up walls. And this time he actually puts up walls also like covering the arena, because this attack power is higher than what they did back in their old one, or back in the original canon. So he has to put up walls to kind of like protect the actual spectators. And as such, Todoroki brings up his right hand, I'm pretty sure. Yeah, his right hand. And he yells the move. I can't remember what the move is called, but he does yell the move. And he sends this massive heat wave at Izuku. This is when Izuku just brings his sword down, right? And time just seems to sort of stop as he says Hitsumi Narigiri, which is more or less a vertical slash that's able to cut through buildings. Like dead ass, like cut through buildings. And he swings his sword, right? And the attack just seems to stop. And he cuts through the iceberg, the remaining of the iceberg, and the heat wave. And he controls this hard enough, or to low enough levels that it just put like a small slash on Todoroki's chest. Nothing too massive, but enough that he would be knocked out, right? This is when Todoroki is like, "So it seems you actually are that strong. I can't wait to train with you." And he faints. Now, the clash destroyed all the walls. Everyone saw this, and everyone is like, the crowd goes wild for Izuku. They're cheering his name, right? Endeavor's kind of mad because when Todoroki started using his fire, he did scream Shadow's name at like the obstacle race. I forgot to mention that, but Todoroki just ignored him because his goal isn't to spite Endeavor right now. His goal is to try to catch up to Midoriya. And I must say, because of this, he's a lot stronger than in canon. He would be accustomed to what I would say his Season 3 self, which is pretty strong. Seeing as his Season 3 self learned that whatever, like, the ice fire field, whatever it's called, But yeah, he hasn't learned that yet, but he's probably gonna learn it soon. So yeah, everyone is excited, and Izuku comes out of this, and he does have like his clothes are burned, but he doesn't have any wounds because he has such a strong spiritual, such strong reishi that even when he's not using it right, it's constantly enhancing his body. Even if he wants it or not, it's constantly enhancing his body. And as such, he could stop it, but he just chooses not to. And that makes his skin a lot harder, kind of like the hero that the Arankar have. Something accustomed to that. And yeah, everyone is excited, and they can't wait until the Baku. Actually, no, they're not excited for the Bakugo versus Izuku fight, because remember, right, in this timeline, Bakugo isn't what's it called, didn't get second place in the obstacle race. He actually got third. So everyone is like, the two strongest already fought. The second versus the first should be somewhat interesting, right? And Izuku for this fight was like, I'm going to completely humiliate Bakugo, right? Like, because Minoria hasn't gotten his revenge yet. Like, I know he destroyed Bakugo in the hero versus villains, but like it's not enough. It's not enough. So they go onto stage because Midnight announced their names, and she says go. She immediately gets off the stage because she's not getting caught in any more of this crossfire, right? Bakugo decides to send rush at him and sends a right hook explosion, which is his normal a normal attack, right? Izuku dodges under this and sends a punch directly at his gut, and this wins Bakugo. He sends it back like a few feet, and he's like, you damn Deku, how are you so strong? And Izuku said, listen carefully, okay? 100 push-ups, 100 sit-ups, 100 squats, and a 10-kilometer run. I did this every day for 10 months to gain this power. Sorry, I had to put a one punch man meme in there. Like, it had to happen. But yeah, take two, cut, take two. More or less, he's like, I just trained something you never did. Are you finally done looking down at people? Because if so, I'm willing to sort of forgive you. And this one Bakugo's like, I don't need your fucking forgiveness. And he rushes directly at him, Izuku, right? Sort of recovering from his brass, and Izuku's like, I warned you. Bakugo goes for a left hook this time. He's gonna catch Izuku off guard. It's funny. He thinks he's gonna catch Izuku off guard. He didn't. More or less, Izuku just weaves under this and goes for a kick straight to his back, almost sending Bakugo out of the ring. But Bakugo barely catches himself using his explosion to put himself back in the ring, and he's like, "You damn bastard! You won't even fight me with your sword or properly at all." And Izuku's like, "You're really not worth my time." And Bakugo gets even more pissed off by this, right? And he's like, I'm gonna wipe that smile off your face, because Izuku has something like sort of like grinning and all of that. And he rushes up right, and he starts spinning, and he gains some pretty immense speeds, and while coming down, and he says, "Howitzer impact," and this hits Izuku, right? And everyone is like, "Yo, is this dude dead?" Because Izuku didn't even try to like dodge. He just watched it, right? He looked almost bored. This is when all the smoke clears, and they see Izuku holding Bakugo's hand with one hand. Not a single scratch on him, right? At this point, his UA shirt is completely burnt, and they see his like complete and utter 8-pack, but not a single scratch on him. Bakugo looks in total despair. He's like, what the hell are you? That was my strongest attack. What? This is when it starts to dawn on Bakugo. He's like, no, he can't be the strongest. It's not possible. It's not possible. And Izuku's like, Bakugo, I gave you a chance. Sorry, it had to be like this. Izuku then lifts Bakugo up by the one hand he's holding, sort of like spins around and does a back kick. This sends Bakugo flying out of the ring and directly into a wall, knocking him out, right? The crowd goes wild because of Izuku's pure savagery, because Come on now, right? If you caught one of those attacks and was not even scratched, come on now. So yeah, much happens. Tokoyami and Shoto fight for third. We obviously know who wins this. Tokoyami. I'm joking. Shoto won that. And pretty much they got the medals right. Shoto gets his third place medal from All Might. All Might gives some words. Bakugo gets his second place medal, and he's currently in the spirit. Like he's not even chained up in this one, right? He just has like dull, gloomy eyes, right? He will get his spark back in like the later episodes after he's recovered, but like right now he is broken. And this is when he reaches Izuku and he's like, young Midoriya, I congratulate you for winning the sports festival, right? And this is when Izuku doesn't even give All Might like a single moment, right? He doesn't even give him a time of the day, a moment of the day. He just takes the medal, puts it on his neck, and says, "Thank you, All Might." Not really, but bye. And he just walks off the stadium. Everyone is confused. Some of them are angry that he did that to All Might, but they're mostly confused. Like, why isn't he like fawning over All Might? But yeah, when she walks out, he waits for everyone else. They go back to class, and yeah, pretty much after that they go back home. Him and Todoroki are talking, and this is when they sort of like separate apart, right? While walking home, Izuku gets attacked by these people who are wearing all black. He's confused, and this is when they say, "You're Izuku Midoriya, right?" Izuku just nods his head and he's like, "Perfect." And they actually try to kill him. Like one of them has a flame quirk, one of them has a sort of like hardening quirk, which is like to harden his body to become as hard as stone, and one of them has a knife quirk, right? And they all try to just like they come at Izuku, and right now Izuku's like walking down an alley because it's like a shortcut to his house, but yeah, he gets jumped. Izuku just dodges out of all of these, and he realizes that they won't stop coming. Like he tries to knock one of them out, but like he can't seem to. They seem to have some sort of like enhanced durability. They seem to have been tortured before, and it's weird. Some of you guys are wondering why I said tortured. It's gonna come into later scenes, but yeah, Izuku actually brings out his sword, and they keep on attacking him. Like one of them is sending fire blasts, knives, like the knives coated in fire, and it's becoming too much for him to actually use something soft. Like he actually has to like kill these guys, and so with saying "May your souls rest in peace," he says Futsumi Shibetsu, which is technically is the parallel version of Hitsusumi Nadagiri, which is more or less a horizontal slash, and he decapitates all of them, right? He also uses a bit of his Zanpakuto's ability to produce fire, right? And he burns their bodies, ashes, nothing left of them, not even their clothes. I do kind of feel bad. This is like his first kill, right? So he goes home, he's in a bit sad with his mom, and he goes to bed, right? Or not really, he meditates, but while meditating he can go to bed, or his body thinks he's sleeping, right? He has a talk with his Zanpakuto spirit. More or less, in this I'm gonna make Yamamoto's Zanpakuto spirit look like the old Yuichiro, right? I mean like Yuichiro from like Demon Slayer. Like technically he's gonna be Yuichiro, but he's gonna be like a very old him, like the one that was facing against his brother that one time that was demonized, right? So yeah, he talks to him, and he more or less comforts him. He doesn't cry or anything. That he just feels bad. He feels remorse. He feels pity. So yeah, that's the end of it, guys. Hope you guys enjoyed. I don't think this was rushed. I think I did pretty well on this one, and yeah, that's pretty much it. Please like and subscribe and then comments below. My intro creator is gonna make me an outro soon, so look out for that. And yeah, what else can I say except peace out. Hope you guys enjoyed.